All right, we're back. We're going over the fruits of the Spirit in Galatians, the 5th chapter, the 22nd verse. It says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, and we define love as keeping of the Most High's commandments, joy, and when you keep the Most High's commandments, you're going to have joy. And we're looking at love thy neighbor as thyself. I mean, really. Which is just as important as loving the Most High with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength. In mind, man. And it says, you're going to have joy, peace. That's what we need, peace, man, between all the Israelites and those that are not Israelites or Gentile-minded Israelites that need to really come back to this truth, man, and learn this truth before you receive the judgment that's written in this Bible concerning what the Most High going to do to you, and not coming back to his law, statutes, commandments. So when you keep the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, which is love, you have the fruit of the Spirit. It says you're going to have joy, peace, long suffering. You got to suffer long. Gentleness. It says goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Because you, first thing it said, hey, what's love? You keep it under the Most High's commandments. So you keep the commandments, and you ain't got to be shooting eyes with the law. Because you're doing what's right, because you know the law, and you following the law. You learn it, live it, and apply it in your life. And they that are MASHAYACH, Yam is masculine plural in the Hebrew, have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. That's why I say you got to fight against the flesh with the Spirit. To let the Spirit overcome the flesh. When you walk it spiritually, man, and not carnally. To walk carnal-minded is death, man. If you live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. If you living in the Spirit, let us walk in the Spirit. When you do whatever you do, man, you walking in the Spirit. Or you walking in the flesh. Let us not be desirous of vain glory. Let us not try and be somebody in hell. That's vain glory. And understand this, a lot of you trying to be somebody in hell, you exalting yourself above the Most High of MASHAYACH. You better understand what he's saying. In vain glory. We in captivity, slavery, and bondage. In hell, you telling everybody we in hell, but yet still you want to be somebody in hell? No. Let us not be desirous of vain glory, provoking one another, envying one another, man. That's a spirit. That's another spirit. That's demonic. That's against the Most High. Envying. What you got a reason to be envious of another brother for? I don't understand that spirit. Pride, I don't understand that spirit against another brother. I don't understand that, man. You know? Because I never had that. I don't have nothing like that. I never felt that another brother, he achieved something, man. I feel good for us if we achieve something that's worthwhile to be exalted, man. Always, man. Ain't never would I feel, oh, I'm jealous of that brother. I feel this way about a brother because he done came up, man. I done seen it in Israel, man. Down and out. And you get something to come up and brothers get jealous and envy of you. For what? And it ain't still nothing fantastic. We still poor. Most I hate a poor man that's prideful. The hell you talking about, man? What's wrong with you? Envying somebody, man. Provoking one another. You know, desires of vain glory. Want to be somebody on this dang on wicked ass earth, man. Excuse me, but I'm just serious about what it is that I believe in, and I know that our brother, man, is leading people, man, in the wrong way, and not of love of the Most High. As you talk about the Most High. Let's continue. Galatians 6:1. Brethren of Israelites, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual. See? He didn't went through the spirit and the flesh. Ye that are spiritual. Remember, the spiritual man judges all things, yet he is not judged of himself. He not judged himself. Ye that are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness. Not just somebody that's of your congregation, your camp, you know, anybody should be able to come to you from any particular Israelite persuasion, I might call it. Nation, our nation. and restore such a one in the spirit of meekness. The spirit of meekness, humility, considering thyself, considering yourself, lest thou also be tempted of the devil. You know? That's why you got to deal with humility, man. You can't just, you know, and if you do have to deal with harshness with a brother, you got to build him up, man. You can't just leave him there. You got to build him up again. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI. Understand this, man. We got to bear each and every one of our burdens, man. I'm not sitting up here talking to no particular camp, no particular congregation. I'm talking to all leaders of us as Israelites, man. Whether you know you're Israel or whether you don't know you're Israel. Straight up. Because it goes straight across the board, man. You got those hating on us behind not knowing what we know and thinking that we're going to come in and mess up their money because they just there for hire. For lucre's sake, you know. And you have the Israelites, man, we don't need to be showing no ill feelings to the world, man. We can sit down and talk whatever it is out. If you not a murderer, if you ain't hating on your brother, bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of MASHAYACH. If a man think himself to be something,